Willow Creek was the kind of small farming town where everyone knew your name and everyone trusted Dr. Clara Hensley. For 15 years, she had been the heartbeat of the community. She made house calls on muddy country roads, brought babies into the world, and stayed long after clinic hours for patients who couldn't pay. Clara, in her early 40s, lived alone in a white farmhouse at the edge of town. Quiet, composed, and selfless, she seemed to have no enemies. To most of Willow Creek, she was not just their doctor. She was family, until the morning she vanished. It started on a cold October morning. When Clara didn't show up at her clinic, her receptionist, June Fowler, grew uneasy. Clara was never late. June drove to the farmhouse and found the front door slightly open. Inside, everything looked frozen in time. A steaming coffee mug on the counter, her phone charging, her cardigan folded neatly on a chair. But Clara and her silver Subaru were gone. The sheriff's office launched a full-scale search. Deputies scoured the woods, volunteers canvassed nearby farms, and the community held candlelight vigils. Days passed with no trace. Then came a clue: tire tracks near her driveway and a single pearl earring in the gravel. The sheriff's first theory was a random act of violence. But nothing was stolen. No forced entry. Something didn't fit. Investigators began to piece together Clara's last movements. Security footage from a gas station 15 miles away revealed her Subaru around 10:42 p.m. the night before she disappeared. She wasn't alone. A man with a limp got out of the passenger seat, quickly recognized by locals as Hank Morris, a married cattle farmer and one of Clara's regular patients. When questioned, Hank said he'd dropped off some farm goods for the clinic's breakfast. He denied any romantic involvement. But detectives discovered hundreds of late-night texts and calls between him and Clara. Rumors erupted. Was the town's beloved doctor having an affair? As whispers spread, detectives dug deeper into Clara's clinic. Hidden in a locked drawer, they found a folder labeled Patient M. Inside were confidential medical records belonging to Marlene Morris, Hank's wife. The documents revealed that Clara had diagnosed Marlene with a degenerative illness months earlier, but hadn't told her. She'd been secretly treating her, hoping to manage the disease before revealing it. But Marlene had found out. Surveillance footage from the clinic's parking lot showed a confrontation between Clara and Marlene the night before the disappearance. Their exchange grew heated. Clara's last recorded words: "You don't understand, Marlene. I was trying to protect you." 10 days later, a fisherman discovered Clara's car submerged in the Willow Creek River. Her body was inside. The autopsy confirmed blunt force trauma to the head, a clear homicide. At first, investigators were convinced Hank had killed her in a jealous rage, but his alibi held. Then, a local farmer reported seeing Marlene's truck near the old bridge that same night. When confronted, Marlene broke down. Through tears, she confessed that she'd gone to confront Clara about both the illness and her husband. The argument escalated, and in a burst of anger, she struck Clara with a heavy candle holder. She fell. "I didn't mean to. I panicked," Marlene whispered. Terrified, she loaded Clara's body into the car, drove to the river, and pushed it off the embankment. Marlene Morris was charged with manslaughter and sentenced to 18 years in prison. Hank sold his farm and left Willow Creek for good. June Fowler reopened the clinic, now renamed the Hensley Health Center, with Clara's photograph hanging above the reception desk. A symbol of compassion lost too soon. Each October, townsfolk leave wildflowers by the river where Clara's car was found. They still speak her name in hushed tones, a doctor who healed everyone but could not escape the secrets of her own heart. And when the autumn wind drifts through the cornfields of Willow Creek, it carries the same unanswered question: how well do we really know the people we trust the most?